Hello and welcome to another Talk to Me Tuesday. Yay! So, I can't show off too much today because I have been crafting a lot this week, but two of the things that I crafted are actually going out to two different Talk to Me Tuesday folks. So I don't want to show them this week because they won't have gotten them yet. One of them went out today and another one will probably go out tomorrow. So I don't want to show them off today for fear of ruining the surprise. They're nothing crazy big, but you know, still fun. So I can't show off my big things, but I will show my crochet progress. And funny story about that, we've had EOCs this week, so I've, instead of bringing a book to read while they do the EOCs, which I usually do when they have standardized tests, now I say standardized tests, ours was a final, it was not an EOC, so I was not breaking protocol reading while they took their test, I promise. So I brought my crocheting in. One day I think I was sitting crocheting for 2 straight hours because it took a really long time for that class to get their things done. So that was fun and productive, and it's pretty big. I'm gonna go bring that to show you, but you know, it's still really wonky looking. I figured out what the problem was, why it was tapering on the edges. I was not catching the stitch on the end. I fixed that, but you know, it still looks weird, and I'm definitely gonna run out of yarn. I have not that much left, and so now I'm debating whether I just want to finish it off and keep it like it is, and maybe it could be a strange little wrap. Maybe I can give it to one of the teachers at our school is having a baby, so I don't know if she could use it as some kind of blanket thing. I don't know. Or if I want to keep looking to see if I can find the yarn. Like I said before, I could not find it on Bernat's website, so either they've discontinued it or, I would need to scavenge for it somewhere else. I was looking, I think HP5 Freak suggested that maybe Red Lion had, or Red Lion, I don't know, Red something, has a similar color, and I looked on their website, and I didn't look on every single page, but, there was some kind of close color combinations, but nothing that matched well enough that I thought, I would be worth buying. So I'm kind of stuck. I don't know if I should just start with another color or just see what happens. It's already a ragtag looking thing, but I'm just kind of at a loss right now, and I don't really know what to do with it. So if anybody has any suggestions, I would be happy to take them. At this point, I'm not going to unravel it for the yarn. It's a lot of yarn at this point. If I unravel, it's going to be gross and tangled and whatever. So I'm going to go grab that and show you, and yeah. So, the knitting has been going okay. I've added a couple inches to it since I last posted, largely due to the fact that while my kids have been testing this past week, instead of bringing a book to read while they're working, I brought my crochet. And it was pretty funny, the reactions that I got. Like, what are you doing? Actually, one of my girls told me that she was just learning how to crochet, and it was fun because she, when they were done, she looked over my shoulder and she's like, oh, that's how you do that. Oh, I was doing that wrong. And so we bonded a little bit too late since it's the last day of classes. Whatever. So here is what I have, and I'm not gonna be able to get a great picture just because it is big and my camera isn't that hot. But this is about, I don't know if you can even hear me anymore with this thing in front of my face, but this is where it is in terms of width. Let me see, I guess you can kind of see, yeah, you can see that. And the stitch is pretty consistent. It's nothing snazzy. I'm using the same stitch. I don't know what you would call that. With knitting, I think we just call it garter stitch, just that generic beginner stitch. But for this, I don't know. I'm not doing anything terribly exciting. So it is, let's see if I can, it's yay wide. Let's see here. I'm not used to doing this to the camera. I would say about 3 feet. When I hold up to myself, I'm 4'10". So I would say it's probably about somewhere between 3 and 3.5 feet in length. Probably more like 3, maybe like 3.1. And, it does still have that weird tapering at the ends because, I wasn't able to fix that. And a few of you suggested that I add a border to it when I was done, but, to be quite honest, I'm probably not going to have enough yarn. And, you know, I could save the yarn and do the border, or I could just keep going and make it wider. I don't know yet. I'm happy to take suggestions. And also what to do with it, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, because as I said, originally my intention was to make a blanket with it, but I overestimated the amount of yarn that I have, and obviously I'm not going to get that far. And I have not had any luck in finding the same or similar color. I think it was HP5 Freak that suggested that I look at Red Heart yarn. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the yarn. Forgive me if I'm misquoting. She said that they might actually have a similar color pattern, and I went on their website and I looked, and I didn't see anything in that weight of yarn. I didn't look that meticulously, so maybe I missed something, but you know, I didn't see it. So and you know, on Bernat's website, that's the yarn that I'm using right now, is Bernat's one of their Afghan yarn. They don't have the same color, at least not on their website. So I don't know if they sold out. This yarn I got as a present about 3 years ago, so maybe it came and it went. But so deciding what to do with it, one of the teachers at my school is having a baby girl, and I have been trying to help her pick out names, and it's gotten to be a joke where whenever I see her, I just kind of throw out names like Melanie, Josephine, and she's like, no, can't do that. So maybe I could just, you know, finish it up, and there goes my crochet hook. Shh. So maybe use it as a shawl. Could be interesting. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know. I just don't know anymore what I'm going to do with it. So there's that, and hopefully I'll find my knitting crochet hook, and it won't go the way the other one that I did. So anyway, so there's that, and any suggestions I'm happy to take. Also on the crafting front, things that I can show, because, you know, like I said, I can't show my surprise things off. I have gotten into henna lately. Yay, henna! I got a kit at around Easter time and was dabbling in doing my own designs. It was fun. I love it. I mean, henna is lots of fun, and I've always kind of wanted to get a tattoo, but you know, I'm so bad at committing and making long-term decisions. I'm like, I don't know, do I want this when I'm old and decrepit? Do I want this on my body? So been debating, but henna's fun because it stays on as long as it stays on, and you could always reapply. So I found a nice Indian shop that sells, oh my god, all kinds of delicious Indian food, and oh, so good. It was fabulous. But they also sell henna supplies, and so I bought a cone of mehendi, and in honor of, I had my interview today at the school that I really, really want to get for next year. And so in honor of the interview, which I had today, I did some henna on my ankle, because I figured that would be not quite so obvious if they were, you know, as opposed to putting on my hands where they could see. But it was a very appropriate symbol. I chose a West African Adinkra symbol that stands for greater understanding and lifelong learning. And I put it on my ankle, and I don't know, I think maybe it gave me luck today. I was in the interview for about an hour, so I think that's a good sign. I was in there for a while, and they seemed to be impressed. I don't know, it seems promising, but you know, I just don't know. They say it'll probably be a pretty quick turnover there, so hopefully I'll find out soon. I'm really excited, but scared. So I will put a picture of that symbol on my ankle in here now, because I guess that can count as crafts. And so I will put that right here. So yeah, that is that. And that is all that I can show this week. Hopefully next week I will be able to show off some pictures of the 2 projects that I sent out. Hopefully they will have reached their destinations then. And, you know, I'm just crossing my fingers that now that the summer is pretty much here, I will have time for crafting and have time to do things that do not involve lesson planning, at least not as extensively or as tirelessly or as mind-numbing as it has been the last couple of months. So we shall see. I am, though, working on an extended fan fiction for the Snape-Hermione exchange that is going on right now, so, you know, I'll be mixing crafting with fic writing, so, you know, get stoked. I don't know if any of you are participating in that exchange as well. I hope you are, because that would be really exciting. we need more crafters in there. It's usually just fan fiction, but some people do crafts, and it's been really awesome in the past. I thought about it, but I couldn't think of how to make the prompts that I received work in craft form, so I'm doing a fic for the first time for this particular exchange. So, yay! I hope you guys have an amazing week, and that you are all well and staying healthy and cool. It's going to be 95 degrees here on Thursday, which is not as hot as some places, but it's still pretty hot by my standards. So stay cool and get excited. Another week is upon us, and it shall be glorious. Bye, guys.